Nice to meet you. My name is Annelina and welcome to my adventures.
Sometimes it feels that everything is showing you the middle finger, especially in van life.
Yeah. I have entered a state that I have a little bit of maintenance fatigue with this campervan. I calculated that I have precisely 5 different maintenance topics open simultaneously at the moment. I have started making those videos, each of them, but I'm not able to complete and publish any, or more importantly, I'm not able to finish the services and maintenances with the campervan at the moment. I needed to move inside because, of course, there was some truck that needed to deliver something just next to me while I was filming. So, of course, this is how it usually goes. The 5 different maintenance topics that I have open at the moment are stressing me a bit because I prefer not to have so many open ends simultaneously. But it is part of van life. You have both the issues from the campervan, well, the camper side of it, the household side of it, and you have additionally the issues from the vehicle, from the base van that you have built your home on. And these 5 different maintenance topics that are open at the moment, they are related to the vehicle side. So the Sprinter that we have, and we need to fix all of those before we are able to travel a bit more with this vehicle. First of them is just regular maintenance, the usual filter changes for engine air filter and air conditioning filter, cabin filter I think that is called. Of course, regular transmission oil change, but for the automatic transmission gearbox it is a little bit difficult. You need to also drain the torque converter, and I guess there's a filter included in the gearbox as well. We need to also change the oil for the rear differential, which is in the middle of the axle in the rear. We have rear wheel vehicle. rear drive vehicle, that is the correct way to say it. So that shouldn't be a problem. You just open the drain plug. First of all, you need to check that you are actually able to open the filling plug as well. But anyway, you drain the oil out and then you fill the new oil in the differential. So no problems there. At least I assume so. But the other work we need to complete are trickier. We are still in the middle of the troubleshooting with the parking sensors. In the rear, we have repaired the wiring harness for the Powertronic system, and we probably need to also check the front wiring harness for the parking sensors. Also, our air conditioning unit in the Sprinter cabin is giving an error message. We were able to read it with this OBD decoder device. And the error code says that there's either short circuit or open circuit in the air conditioning unit system, somewhere there in the wiring harnesses, but nevertheless the air conditioning is still working. That is really a relief during the summer heat, but we don't want it to break down during our travels. Third is this is the fourth already, is the starter battery of the Mercedes. It doesn't recharge itself above 12.4 volts. So the voltage is low, it should be 12.6, and we need to replace also the starter battery for the Mercedes. And the problem number 5 is trickier. We got the engine warning light last time I was traveling, and with this OBD reader we were able to decode the error, and it is about the oxygen sensor in the engine. I think it might be called a Lambda sensor as well, but that is a mechanical fix that we need to complete before we are able to go for the annual registration and inspection. And also, of course, we need to fix the engine before we drive further. Right now the torque from the engine is limited, the engine power is limited, so this automatic transmission Sprinter runs in very high RPMs when I'm driving in just regular speeds. That is the reason I don't want to overload the engine and drive too far with this engine warning light on in the computer. But yeah, those were the 5 issues, a long story. Nevertheless, a recap. We have the regular maintenances, including gearbox oil change and differential oil change. We have trouble with the parking sensors. We have trouble with the wiring harness in the air conditioning unit. We have trouble with the starter battery of the Mercedes. And finally, we need to also repair the engine oxygen sensor or replace it. So these 5 things we are open at the moment. It seems that when it rains, it pours, and now it's a time in the campervan life that we just focus on the maintenances.
Enough of my talking head. Let's see in numbers what does this maintenance extravaganza mean. Please note that I have calculated all kinds of standard tools to this category. For example, in October I bought a portable compressor and a trickle charger for the campervan. In December it was time to buy new winter tires and also pay for their assembly to the old rims. In April we wanted to change the steering rack of our Sprinter because of the slack in steering. The slack would have been a problem in the next annual inspection. This month, the costs are higher due to the regular wear in the components, such as worn-out starter battery and scheduled oil changes. As a summary, our van repair costs come up to the whopping €358 per month as an average of 8 months of campervan use. Please note that we complete all the services and maintenances that are possible ourselves. So this is only the costs of the service parts. Quickly thinking, this is horrible and makes no sense. But we need to also remember that we don't need to repeat these services and maintenances for a long time now.
Good morning. This is the office for today.